So you could tell I've caught up with things when I finally start doing shout outs to friends and colleagues. Why the hell? What is that white thing in the? Is that really reflect? It is. It is reflecting. Look at that. Fucking never ends. Anyway, I'm gonna do it now. Move that. Didn't know the light was that way. Didn't know it was gonna do that. Should have it not reflecting anymore. Perfect. Is it good? Don't worry, I'll get to the reason I do my video. The Way of Monkey book. My colleague, I'd like to consider him a friend, Turd Flinging Monkey, wrote a good book, and I used it. And I didn't just read it and write a review of it because he's a colleague or a friend, but it is the best book on stoicism. And if you are an angry person like me, like many of you probably are, and you should be, by the way, if you're not angry, then there's something wrong with you. You must be on some great drugs. To control my anger, that did more for me than therapy, I'd say. And I'm not talking like therapy with the therapist. Like I go to an anger management group, and you just sit there and it helped. It helped, but it wasn't like I'm talking to some 24-year-old ditz. It's a group. You say, "Oh my God, what are you feeling here? According to this book." I guess the other thing is you start to realize people have way bigger problems than you, so that kind of takes the anger off a little bit. Anyway, if you don't want to sit and waste your time in a group of people, or talk to a 24-year-old ditz who really couldn't even relate to you because she's had life on easy mode her entire time, may I recommend The Way of Monkey book. I have it linked below. It's kind of like when Spike Lee did a movie that wasn't about a whiny bitchy black man, which is Spike Lee. Oh, really? Is it about a whiny bitchy black guy? It is. All right. Which is it? Oh, it's a black guy, right? You're gonna whine and complain. Okay. Is a Spike Lee joint? Get it, kids? That was cool, yo. A Spike Lee joint. Oh, he's got to be old by now. But he did do a really good. I think it starred Gerard Butler, and it was a bank heist movie. I'm like, there you go. You can do it. He's a talented director. There's no doubt about it. I'm like, is this going to be your 12th film about bitching and whining? Whiny bitchy black guy, the sequel. He might be old enough. He was in the day of Jim Crow. He might be on just the young side of that. He might be. But he did this movie. It was about a bank heist. It wasn't moralizing. It wasn't lecturing. It was just a straight up bank heist movie. It was good too. It was good. I'm like, I liked it. It was. I wish I forgot the name of it. It could. It might have even been something as simple as Big Heist. It was okay. It would win Academy Awards by today's standards. And Turd Flinging Monkey did this. It wasn't about MGTOW or girls or anything like. It was just a straight up stoicism book. And I would say it's the Marcus Aurelius's Meditations for Our Time. I would say it's more practical. I wasn't going to say it's better. I want to say it's better, but different books, different times. This is a much more practice. I would say as good as a book, but it is more practical today because you're living in insane times. Den of Thieves, thank you. Thank you very much. I Am the Batman. It was Den of Thieves. Good movie. Good movie. Anyway, yeah, so this book it's not about politics. It's not about finance, not about economics, not about the girl song. It's just about stoicism. And it's a real good book. And since we are in bad times, you're going to have to deal with these bad times. And ain't no one going to help you. Ain't no one going to help you. There's not going to be any sanity. The only sanity you're going to get is all up here. You better have the right operating system. And I recommend getting that book. It's a pretty good operating system to install. And like Neo in the Matrix, like, I know Kung Fu. I know Kung Fu. And it's like, oh, yeah, makes a lot of sense. So there we go. Why am I getting super chat? I'm not complaining, by the way, but why am I getting super chats? Super chats. Dirty Bird 07, $2. Do you like the Minnesota Twins? No, I hate them. I cheered from in 88 when Kirby Puckett was around and they won the World Series. I think in 92 they won it as well. But I didn't know about Minnesota and just what a despicable culture and society they were. Here's the internet now. No, I don't. Okay, let me rephrase that. Do I like the baseball team, the professional sports and owners, the entity of the Minnesota Twins? Yes. Generally, I like all professional sport athletes, the company and facility and the staff behind them. I like those people. Those people work really hard. Right. The however, the banner or the flag of the Minnesota Twins and everyone I don't like the fans. I don't like fans. Athletes, I'm like, damn man, salute. That's hard work. The fans can, oh my god, the fans are any sports fans, any of them. Not the occasional, hey, let's take your kids to a baseball game, or maybe the local town is in the playoffs or something. Okay, I that's fine. But if you drop money on a jersey, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Your priorities are whacked, and you are indeed an inferior person. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm glad that your team loses the majority of the time because they can't all win. Think about all the time and money that's wasted. And what's funny, this is any team. The majority of the Minnesota Twins aren't from Minnesota. If I was king, I'm like, no, no, no. You have to be born and raised in Minnesota. You at least would have to play, like, say, high school or college ball here to play. Now, of course, that would be very limiting and restricting. Wouldn't be fair to the athletes. But they're not Minnesota Twins. They're just jacked up, talented, athletic dudes who got drafted. That's it. But hey, if you need something to rally around and masturbate to on a Tuesday evening, by all means. I mean, if I didn't have a life either, I'd watch professional sports too. You just couldn't play ball when you were younger. You're right. I was really small, but I bet you I could play ball pretty much better than any 50-year-old out there. I bet you take me up against your average 50-year-old jock right now. I don't even really necessarily. Hey, it's just you get the standard, like the typical 105 IQ response. You just got to get on the table. Like there was no way I was playing basketball. No way. Maybe baseball. Maybe I just wasn't that big. It's such a basic bitch response. Like, yeah, how you now? Can you run a mile without dying? So yeah, I don't like them. I don't like the Vikings are the worst. Oh, the worst. The fans, not the athletes. PI $5. Read it during deployment. I read it again after you recommended it. I should do it again. Thank you. Yeah, it is one of those books where you could just sit and read. I get to get ready for war here, and so I'm going to not get angry. I'm going to enjoy my war. Exalted example, $5. You get paid less from the Audible tokens. I got 4 of them and was going to use them on your new book when Audible book releases. But if you get paid less, I'll buy. No, no, no. Get it for however you want to read it. Exalted. Don't. I don't know. Audible got Kuantahahi. They started doing, and Amazon's going to go this way. I mean, unfortunately, all good things come to an end. It's Way a Monkey Book. It's in there. And the day is going to come where my book sales or the profit that I could get out of Amazon or Kindle or Audible is not going to be worth writing another book. It'll be a day that YouTube demonetizes me or takes me off the platform. I go to an alternative platform. All good things come to an end. So don't worry about how I make more. I make good money now. I'm very thankful for all you guys buying the book. So get it. It'll come out in audio. So just wait your time. don't we're in no rush. We're in no look, by the way, it's not like in the 2 months time that I estimate the book's gonna come out in January. It's not like women are also gonna turn around, do a 180 in 2 months, all major in engineering, say, by God, you're right. We should become our own mechanics and plumbers and roofers, and we're gonna do that. It's not gonna happen in 2 months. I'm pretty sure the premise of the book will still remain intact to be very germane 2 months from now. Mexi Man and Cheese, $5. Have you seen Caleb Hammer? Yes, I have. I just don't have time to watch. He does financial audits with Gen Y on YouTube. With the stupidity he deals with, it's like watching you get born in real time. Yeah, he's got a great platform. He kind of does what Fresh and Fit does, but with stupid people and their finances. The amount of work though he has to do behind the scenes, have him sign off and have him come in and like, no man, I want to go hiking. I don't need millions of dollars. I really don't. I went hiking today and I went to the gym. I got a coffee. That's what I did today. Do I want to give that up? And after like I can't stand going on other people's shows. Well, I can, but it's a chore, it's a burden. I'm gonna go on Chad's show tomorrow. The Vlad Elkins, the Elkins Accounting Hour. I'll be up, but he is my friend. Not to say I don't like the other people that are on the shows, but I just don't. No, I wanna play Ghost of Tsushima. I wanna play poker, and I wanna go for hikes on beautiful days. But yeah, I recommend his channel, absolutely. Everything I said 12 years ago. Big Animations, 279 Canadians. I like the menu better, than Turd Flinger? Yeah, well, keep in mind, they're not the same product. The menu is a list, a practical item list. It'd be the practical application of the Way of Monkey book. The Way of Monkey, look, if you're depressed, if you're sad, if you're angry, if you're not in the emotional, psychological state you would like to be, I would recommend getting that book and reading it before you get the menu. Because you got to get your mind right before you start moving in on the world, what you're going to do. So I'd recommend doing that. That's better for the spirit and the soul. The menu is like, well, here's what you can actually do. Here's a physical way. All right. Once you've sat through and you don't get angry anymore at the slow idiot drivers or the boomers that just stop in the doorway of every major retailer out there, then you can move on to the menu. But yeah, it's a different book. All right, that's it. Thank you very much for all the super chats. I got one more thing to do here, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Tools.